What's interesting and important about looking at leadership in humanitarian crises is that humanitarian crises, almost by definition, are very, there's a lot of unknowns, it's very critical, kind of almost at every moment. And so thinking about what leadership means in that context, in a context where leadership can make the difference between an effective outcome, and an effective outcome has real deep impacts on people's lives and livelihoods and dignity and well-being, looking at leadership is really important. One thing that we'll do in the course is look at real situations of leadership in crises. So many of those we'll take from our own experiences and look back at that, reflect back on them and say, okay, this is what happened, this is how I acted or reacted, and now in looking at this, I can sort of dissect that and say, oh, this was effective for this reason, and this maybe was ineffective, and this is how I would do it differently. So that process of leadership reflection will be something we'll both do in the course and learn as a tool so we can continue to do it as we grow and learn as leaders. So that's another piece of the course. What interested me in teaching the course is my background in both leadership education and in humanitarian crises. So I'm currently a leadership education specialist at the East-West Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, which works across the Asia-Pacific region with professionals, mid-career professionals in a variety of different sectors, looking at leadership, learning, and what it means to be an effective leader. And then the other part of my background is my humanitarian crises work as a human rights worker on the ground in humanitarian crises in communities around the world. And so both of those aspects of my background brought me to lead this course.